Baby, the doctor, I'm so London, I'm gonna take that, get on the London. Hey guys, what's up? Here is me, Alexa from YouTube. So today I will be making another tutorial video of how to design your really own intro. The process is not easy, but if you keep practicing, then you get a lot better on intros. So today we are going to make a 3D intro. So the first thing you want to go on is panzoid.com. So you want to go to Clipmaker, okay? So the first thing you want to learn is how to use the program, okay? These are templates, so we don't need to use them. We're going to make our own. So this is a new project. It starts with a new project. This one is load projects. So whenever you save your project, it saves it as a .pz. So if you want to save your work, then you can use this feature called save project. If you want to load your saved work, you want to use load project. Okay, so we're here to get started with the basic settings. Okay, so you can choose the frame rate from 30 to 60 FPS, however you like. So I would choose 30 FPS. And the length, you can change the length as many as you want. So I want to change it to 10 seconds. Okay, so we're get started with the objects. Okay, so to make the intro text, you want to add object. You want to add group. So for a new group, you want to name this text. Okay, so now we're gonna add text here. Now you can change your name to whatever your channel name is. So I would choose this name. Okay, so you can change fonts as well. So I'm going to change my fonts by using font packs or any fonts you like. So I will try some fonts I like. Sometimes some fonts don't work, so you may want to choose different ones. I will choose my favorite font, Mao Ray stuff, which is a pretty good intro font, or you can choose Gang of Three, which I personally like. But there's another intro font I really like the most. So it will take me a while to find one I like the most. This one's a really good font, Huggable. So I'm gonna pick that. I'm gonna pick that font as for my intro right now. Okay, so you made your own text. So how do you make the 3D text? Okay, so so you know how to put your own fonts. Okay, so for size, you want to leave this as 20. Okay, you want the thickness, you can leave it as 8 for the first one. This is the first one. For detail, you can put it 10 if you want to. You can change the details if you want your text to be detailed nice. So I'm going to choose 10. For Babel, you just want to turn on. Oh, and then for parents, you 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 can change it to custom and you can turn a flexion on. So yeah. And then just copy, duplicate this text. So it's going to be second one. So second one, you want to reduce this thickness to 6. You want to turn this bevel size to thickness to 0.6, and then you can choose any colors you like. So I personally like red. So you made your own 3D text. And make sure you have reflection on so you can make the lightroom. Okay, so you want to put these two, the first one in the text view, the second one in the text view. Okay, just close that. Now we're going to make the lightroom. So add object, add our group. You want to call this HDRI, or you can just call it Lightroom if you want to. So I'm going to call it Lightroom as my preferred word. Now you want to add object. You want to go shapes. You want to add sphere. Okay, so for detail, make sure it go horizontal and vertical 30 by 30. And for radius, you can go to 400. Now, for parents, change the singular color to image. Change the render size to back. Now, if you want to make a nice Lightroom to make your text shiny, you can go search up a black and white stripes. Just go find a black and white stripes. You can choose this one, you can choose that one, but I would choose that one too. Also, there might be a copyrighted there might be copyright suspicious on this images. So some images can be copyright. So make sure the images are free to use before using it. Okay, so now for image, you just go select it. You want to take the black and white stripes you have, and then you want to drag this on Shakespeare into a Lightroom group. And then for visibility, you just want to change it to reflection only. So this is how you get the shining text so far. Now next is where they make the nice materials for the intro. So you can either choose a rock material texture if you like, or you can choose metal. Which one you like to prefer, it doesn't matter. So I'm going to choose a rock texture. Make sure it's seamless. So some of the images may be copyrighted. So we always have to find some free ones to use. So I will choose this one. Looks nice for an intro. You can use these. Like I'm going to use that mountain rock texture, and then so for the first one, you make sure it's white for outer. So where you use mountain rock texture. So see, I made those texture. See, looks like a real intro. So you can change the roughness or a metalness however you like. Some we're going to keep the roughness to half of one. You can change the metalness. So I'm going to pick just half for right now. Okay, so for the second one, you can choose different texture, or you can use the same texture however you like. So I'm going to find some textures I like. So I'm going to use swells, seamless if I want to. So these are copyright. Some images can be copyright, but I'm going to use this one. This one looks nice. So now for texture, select that, and see, you got yourself a nice 3D intro. So if you don't like how it looks, you can use the FX section. You can add effects. You can add this one, accese. I'm not sure how to pronounce, but you just click twice. Just get two of them. That's all. So now we're going to make the smoke first and the particles. So to make the smoke and particles, you want to go to group. You want to name this background. So what you want to do is go to particles. Okay, so you want to clear these extra colors, like you don't need this, you don't need that, and that. So make sure you set to blank. That's all. So we can get started. So just remove the time keyframe. So set this to 25. And then for box, just set this to like precision mode box. So make sure you put spread, like go for 900 by 900. And for that, for this part, you want to go up to box instead of sphere and just set these sections 0, 0. So for gravity, you want to set this to 0, 0, and 0. For rotation, go ahead and set this by 0. Okay, so now for texture, instead of other particles, you have to use circles soft 3 for that. And for the number of particles, set this to 6,000. Set this to 6,000 for the emitter rate. Set this particle lifetime to 25. Now to make the smoke, you want to set to white. Make sure you set this part to the closest to 0. So this is the 0, this is 100%. So we're do it really close to 0, not fully to 0, just really close as possible. Now for size, you want to go back to white. So you made your own smoke. Now you want to make the smoke better. So go to FX. You want to use color correction. You can leave it like that. So see, I got some nice smoke. So drag this smoke into background. Now you want to make your own particles. Okay, so we're going to learn how to make our own particles. So you want to double click this and double click this. You want to reduce this by 600. You are reduced by 400. You can increase this by that much. You can leave it that one. So we're going to change the colors to red, and then for size, you want to leave it to this side, not fully close to 0, but or exactly at 0, just almost to 0. So that is all. But if you don't like how it looks, you can increase the size however you want. If you don't like the colors, you can use this bar scale to like, I don't know how to say. You can use that if you want to. So if you want to make the particles fly, you can, for n, just make sure set this to 25 for the beginning keyframe, and at least 23, and also change the interpole then to smooth. Okay, so we're going to make the flying particles. So for gravity, you can manipulate those features. So I'm gonna set mine to 4 if I like, but if I don't like it, you can set this as 2 to make the particles fly up. If I want to make the particles fly upright, you can use 2 by 2. So that makes the particles fly around above right. If you want to make it left, you can use negative. So you have to understand how to use math into motion design. So I use some math varialization into this intro design. So you see, I made the flying particles. Okay, so we're gonna make another set of particles, another white particles. So you can change the color to white. You can change the number of particles. So I'm going to change it to 800. I want to change where it's spready, so I would change it 700 by 700. I want to change this to this number, and I will make this smaller if I wish. So that's how I make the basic particles and basic things for intro. So close this right now. Now we will make the camera. So that's how you make your text move. So go add object, uh, add group, and then just call it camera. So go to drag the background, drag the text here, but never ever drag the Lightroom into camera. So that's all. So now next we're gonna make the color correction or CC. We're not gonna change this. Okay, we're not gonna change this. So we're gonna make color correction. Now we're gonna use enhance where you add bloom. You want to turn this into 0. You want to turn the strength to 1. You want to turn the radius to 1. You want to change the amount to 0.3 if you prefer. And then we're going to use the outer glow to match its color. So I'm going to use red as well. Next, I'm going to use radical blur. We're going to change the destiny to 0. I'm going to use actual lens flare. We're going to use 0.3 and then just change it 0. And then we're going to use it as red. If you don't like how it looks, you can also change the way it looks. So you can. I'm going to apply a little more. I change however I like. However I like. I'm going to put this here. You can mess around with the bloom and lens for features. So we're so if you don't like how it looks, you can change the texture too. You can change texture if you want to. You can change however you like. So I'm not going to change the texture. You can um make the smoke darker. So I would make the smoke darker for intros a little better. So I will make it darker as possible if I want to. You can make as dark as you want, but there should be smoke. So I made this point a little darker by saying to here. Now we're going to add another upper lens. We're going to change that to red. We're going to change it to this much. You can change it however you like. You can mess around with that as well. So if you don't like how it looks, you can add more hands if you like to. So I'm going to add shutter as a black bar. Color, you just hit point one, and that's how you get black bars. So this is the most basic intro setup ever. Now to add a song, you have to go on YouTube. You have to copy the URL and then just go to the YouTube to MP3 website. So you want to paste it in and just convert it. and you should wait for like a couple of seconds for it to download. So it's converting in video. So just download it, just delete the pop out website and just delete that. Just delete extra tabs. Now drag this on here, and then we're going to take the audio. Just hit it 2 times if you can. Verify the drop bass. Okay, so we already have the drop bass. So 5.57 seconds. So 60 equals 1 minute para. That's how I want to tell you guys. Okay, so fade in, I want to normally put at 3. I put fade out at 4. That's all. Now you can use toggle audio waveforms, which helps a lot here. So if you want to change the color, you can use colorize. You can change it to this color. You can change it to green. You can change it to orange, whatever color you like. So I prefer red, but if you want to make a rainbow, you can use overlay. So set the blending mode to hue, find a rainbow gradient, and just pick any rainbow colors you like. So I will use stock photos, free stock photos for rainbow. Just click that in. See, this is how you make the rainbow. If you don't like how it looks, you can use a different kind of rainbow. So I'm going to use that, for example, if I want to use it. See, this makes different color rainbows. If you don't like how it looks, if you want to choose like pink and blue, pink and blue, you can use gradient if you like. So I'm going to find gradient colors. Let's say I want to make red and pink. So I'm going to use gradient color. So red and pink gradient colors. I'm going to drag in, just use it. For overlay, you see? That's why I like red and pink. So you can use gradient colors if you like. Okay, next we're going to sync. So right now you should have this setup done. So I'm going to show you, make sure you have these 2 of them, make sure you have color correction, make sure bloom is that one as well. If you don't like how it looks, you can change it how it really looks. This is my old style intro I did. You can use, you make sure you set this to 0 here. For bloom, just set it like that. Afro lens, just make sure you set it like that. This one, you can change how it looks. So just make sure it's 0.4 so far. Make sure you have shutter as black bars. Make sure you have color rays. And the second layer, make sure you have overlay in the first layer if you want to make rainbow. So next, we're going to make a sync. So add effects, add duplicate. You want to put this above shutter as always. Multiply, just hit 1. So we're going to sync the song. So this is the drop bass here. So click that, click keyframe that, just keyframe 0.6 to make the sync. So we're gonna hit that. We're make sure hit 1. Make sure we hit 6. So we're just gonna go in pattern like that. See? Hit that. So make sure you hear the beat in the song and just keyframe it. So you can hit 0.6. Here. So I hear 2 drum beats and this part. So we're going to multiplier. We're going to hit that. We're going to hit 6. We're going to hit that. We're going to hit that by 0.6. So this is what it looks like. Hit that. So 0.1 and then 0.6. And this is the end. So we're going to finish up the sync. Finish up the sync so far. And this is what sync should look like. So we're going to finish this video, this video intro as soon as possible. So if you want, if it's too short or too long, you can change the length. So I'm going to change it to 11 for it. So just make sure you move that particle thingy if you want to. So I'm going to change that as well. So if it ends, just hit it. 1, that's all. So this is what your sync should look like. So this is what the sync should look like. So we're going to add shake now. So we're going to do the same thing as duplicate. Make sure the shake speed is 4. So hit the shake, hit it at 0.040. If it's too much or too little, you can change the amount however you like. So we're going to do the same thing as the duplicate keyframe, just line it up like the same thing. 0 number, then 0 number. That's the mathematical pattern. You noticed it. So I know it can get really worrying sometimes, but if you keep practicing, you keep like experimenting on intros, then you get a lot better. So you don't have to follow my exact direction. You can use what you learn so far from my videos because I started into designing like 2 years ago, and it's not that easy. It takes a lot of practice, a lot of patience, and a lot of time to make one of those. So we're going to use Control, Alt, and left click to copy and paste the keyframes, which is easier than other short keys. So just make sure shake, leave it at 0. Make sure follow what the duplicate is. So this is what it should look like. Okay, so now we're going to make a flare sync. A flare. So lens flare. We're going to use lens flare. So make sure it's in PNG. We'll find the one that we prefer. Make sure it's real, not fake. Because I've been trying to find the real ones. So we're find the legitimate real ones as possible, not the fake ones. Oh, this is real. This is real. So we're going to use that. We're just or put it there. Okay, so to make lens flare, you can actually copy off the particles. You can set this to -2 as you wish. For color, just set it as fully here. Set the number of particles 1 because you're making the lens flare, and then set the particle lifetime to 2. spread, just make sure it's 0, make sure it's set up like that. Now for texture, you just want to go to custom texture, get the lens flare, and then you can move where you want it to. So I'm gonna go 2 at least. Create a new group, call this lens flare. Put the lens flare in this lens flare texture, put it inside the camera group. So you can move this. I will move this around here if I wish. Okay, so first part, you want to set this to 2. It's hard to sync, so you can use the half speed to help you. So here's how I sync. So go by 2 at first, then -1, then 2, then -1, then +2. So that's a mathematical pattern you have to know this. And if you don't like how the flare goes, you can actually copy and paste it in the color Garnet tool, gradient tools. I call it Garnet or gradient, however you want to pronounce. Set this to close to 0 if you want to. Set this far away, like here, not in half, just close to half. Here, just use Control, Alt, and left click to copy and paste the keyframes. So if the website might glitch for a while, so you can change the keyframes if you want to. It doesn't look good. I would. You see, sometimes the website kind of messes up or glitches up, so we're just gonna go by -1 and then 2. So we're going to copy and paste it by using Control, Alt, and left click. We're to go the same way as we go by shake and duplicate. So far, it will take a while to copy paste the sync. Paste the sync. So I know it can be a really boring, long process. Okay, so we should end it by -1. So this is what it could look like so far. See, it looks really nice. Now we're gonna add glows. So you can add effects, add shutter, set this to 1, and then just use white. So put this under up top of duplicate. Now you want to go by 0, so do the same thing. So just 0 and then hit this by 0.1. So go the same way as you go for shake and duplicate. 0, 1, 0, 1. So that's the mathematical pattern. Pattern you can go to. it will take a while for it to sync. Okay, so we're at the end, so just set it 0. Now we're gonna test the sync again. See, this is a lot better. Now we're gonna add motion blur. Same thing as you did with the bloom. So we're gonna use we're gonna go to here, this spot, the first spot. So angle, just hit 0.4 and then copy and paste another one. Just go to negative 0.4 and then we're going to go to use Gaussian blur and go between those swirl and then for delta go to 0 and then 3, so 0.3, that's it, and just go to the same pattern as you go with the shake to make the motion blur. We're we're almost there to the end. We're close to the end, so yeah. Okay, so go to 0 again. Okay, so now you finish the sync process. So we're gonna add a fade again. So we use shutter. Go to the first one, just hit 1. For that, just leave it as that and just go far as you want. Just keyframe till it's 0. So that makes the fade. You don't like how it fades go. You use curves to help. Use curves to help. So I'm going to use curves. So I'm going to go 0, go to 1, and just hey, always. If you like this fade in, you can keyframe your fade in however you like. So I would like it to be like that way. See, I like this kind. Okay, so we're done with the fade in. Now we're going to go make the animation. So we're gonna make the animation. Okay, so to make a camera animation, you can learn how to use the camera animation. So this one goes like up and down, like side by side. This one goes like side. That one goes this direction, and that one goes like this direction as well. So we're going to make the animation. So keyframe it however you like. So I'm going to make some smooth 360 animations. So that's this one goes to -40, this one goes to 40, this one goes 20, so make some nice animations. So this one goes to 360, and that one goes 40, so 40, and that goes 20, so 20, and then that goes to 30. So we're gonna go the way how we keyframe it. So let's use a camera precision. So that's 80. We can make this 140. We can make it to this much here. Here where we are laying up how we line up our animation. So I'll go by 40. So here and that one you can go to 80, 80, 80. That one you can go by 60. That one you can go by 140. So I'm gonna use another rotation system. So make sure to set this here. Just keyframe it if you want to, and then that one will go to 40. So I want a keyframe here, so it makes some smooth animation, and just keyframe by here. So I want to stop here, so let's see how it goes. So if you don't like the animation, you can move, you can change the curves or just move the keyframes. So I'll move it here. So so that's if I want to move it here. So I'm going to frame it at 80, and then I want to change it to 290, and the here. So I'm going to change it however I want to. So you change it here. So I'm going to make text rotate correctly. So just keyframe it whatever you want to, and then I will move. I will change it to 40. I'm going to change it to that much, and then change keyframes to here. So it will here, and then this one should be this much here, and then that one could be here. So let's trust if you like this, you can also change the numbers as well. And then you can change the movements if you want to. And so I'm going to change it to 40. I'm going to change it to this number. So and then I would change it to 360. So far, I want to change the animation here, and then I'm going to make another animation if I want to by using either this or just this. So what we're trying to add. You can make a final movement if you want to. So we're going to change some things. I want to use camera here, just change to here. So it doesn't make smooth animation. So we have to understand how to use curves. So I want to change it to here. I want to change keyframe to here. So it makes smooth animation. So far. So to 5 here. And then here, and then just leave it at 7.2 here. So this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like. So I'm going to change how the text is. So let's change this to 96, and then just change it by 90. Change it by 1,000, and then I'm gonna see if I can line it up. So I'll line up here, and then just change text animation to 180. So where C. And if the text is too close to the camera, you can also change the text text camera amount. So I'm going to change it by 90 so it looks much better. It's not too close to the camera screen. So far it looks amazing. So we'll play this again. Okay, so now we're going to use the shock waves. Okay, this is the drop beat. So we're gonna make the shock waves. So go to shape, go to rectangle, scale 16 by 9, and then precision a, a, a negative 1,600, and this height and width for 400. So we're going to go to video. Okay, so hit this by 2.67. You see these numbers? That one. Transparency on. Hit this, and then just click none. For that, in the beginning part, just hit 0, and then set the blame mode to add div. Okay, so first we're going to use the shockwave. So you can go on YouTube, you can search for a shockwave pack. So find a shockwave pack you like and just download the shockwaves, which I already have the shockwave. So we use a shockwave. If it's not in 16 by 9, you just have to do is a square. So just 9 by 9 so far. And then just make sure to play this. So you find it ending, just hit keyframe, and then just hit that part, and then just hit 0. So this is what a shockwave should look like. And then I find this part I like, so get another shockwave, shape rectangle. Do the same 9 by 9. If the video is squarish, if the video is rectangulish, then it's 16 by 9. Okay, parents video, and then just find wherever you want where the gray line hits. So 5.8 transparency on, just hit here. Now it's 0, and then just find a shockwave you like. So I'm gonna pick this shockwave. So far, and then just do the same thing, 0. So and that's all. You don't need like so many shockwaves. You can have like 1 or 2 shockwaves if you like. So you put this in a group, we can name this shockwaves. But we're not gonna put it inside the camera at all. Just leave it like there. So this is what the intro should look like. even though even though there's glitches, but if you render out, there's no shockwave glitches. Okay, so this is a complete intro. So you can add effects if you want to, but I'm not gonna add effects. So this is the intro I helped you guys to make, and so once you get better with intro, start experimenting some things like experimenting new effects, experimenting like letters. You can do that. All right. You can just experiment with particles, make cool particles, okay? Because intro designing isn't just spinning text. It's fun, okay? You can experiment whatever you want and you can test things for yourself. So this is the full intro tutorial. And if you have any questions, like if you need help on intros, feel free to comment down. So it's always my pleasure to help you guys. So the final step now is downloading the video. Okay, so you want to hit download here, but make sure you save your projects, okay? In case there's a situation happening like a crash or a freeze happening, just make sure you save your project. So for download your video, so you can pick any mode, but if you just pick extreme quality, that means that the quality of the intro, it looks really good. You pick the fastest render, the intro quality looks terrible. So I would normally put like extreme quality if I want my intros to look good. So I'm going to pick extreme quality, which takes a lot of time. So I'm going to use fastest render and start the video render. Okay, so once it renders out MKV, you want to go to the MP4 website. So you want to use this website called video.online convert.com / convert to MP4. So this is the website you should use to convert your Panzoid video to make it into MP4 so you can put it in your videos so far. And how I post my intros on YouTube is you just want to use Google Drive, but I'm not going to let you guys see my Google Drive accounts for a second. So you have to wait around like minutes or a few hours for the intros to be finished so far. So that's all for the full intro tutorials. I highly appreciate you guys watching my videos. I hope you guys will enjoy my intros. So in the future, I will make more tutorials soon. So it's always my pleasure to help you guys. And if you have any question, feel free to comment down in the comment section below. I will see you guys soon in the next video. Peace out. Bye.